give them audio death.
Wait, does that mean that we're making them deaf?
Definitely.
Oh. I see what you did there.
It was clever. No, it wasn't really at all. But you know what? We had fun while we were here.
Yeah, I think so.
Hi, everybody. We're here. Whoop.
Oh, they can hear us.
Yeah, they can hear us now. That's
Good. So we gave them the audio, not the deaf.
Yeah, we gave them audio, not deafness.
Good.
Sweet. We did it. Hi, everybody. We're here. We're going to do a show. It's going to be Ben and I tonight. There are no guests because Ben was sick, and then I got busy.
I was actually going to talk about that, like, as we open the show.
Oh. Well, you can talk about it again. I just wanted to give everybody a front row seat.
Oh, so this is basically we know you never show up for us. You can go ahead and leave because there's no one else?
Yes.
Okay. That works then. Cool. Well, you want me to just go ahead and kick it off?
I mean, unless you have stuff you need to do.
I haven't done my taxes yet.
I did my taxes, and then I got nervous because then, like, the next day I got a important tax documents enclosed letter.
Oh.
But it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything important.
Oh, good then.
It was like hey, you need to report this, but then there was nothing on it to report.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah. So the good news is the taxes are done, and I didn't commit tax fraud that I know of.
This year.
Another year gotten away with it.
Welcome to House Around the Roundtable, episode 254. My name is Ben Bumhofer. This week, I have with me someone incredibly special, someone who I enjoy talking to, who is, I'd like to say it's an honor to call friend. With me this week is John Jagger. How's it going, John?
Oh, hi. It's Groundhog Day. Again.
Did you see that Will Wheaton's been tweeting that every, couple hours?
Oh, no, I didn't, but that's great.
Yeah, and he's just replying to himself. It's Groundhog Day. Again.
I love Groundhog Day. I feel like this is an indicator of how long we've been doing this. Do you remember when we did a Groundhog Day related episode?
I do.
I think it was Arcanum of Azeroth.
Kind of.
Chat room's already all for it.
People in.
We've already got chat room. Bing! I don't know. We put in Groundhog Day clips because.
Oh yeah, did we use that as the intro?
Did, yeah.
Remember back when we had different intros and stuff? Yeah, that was Arcanum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got you.
It's been a long time. It's been good.
Yeah.
Ben,
yes.
Hello, it's Groundhog Day in Azeroth, and I'm excited to be here at the round table with you.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why it is just you and me is because I got sick earlier this week, and in fact, if we have a very short episode, it is also related to that sickness. But so far, we're doing okay.
We're gonna power through it.
Yeah.
You're not alone. My stomach is reminding me that moderation is the key word when one goes to Chipotle.
You did get some Chipotle out with that, right?
And it's Chipotle away.
Oh, whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen that episode too many times. Anyways. So it's just us this week, but a bunch of stuff has happened. And you know what? I think that you and I are going to have a nice, rousing discussion of, about the worlds of Warcrafts.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. Ben, how many new characters do you have?
One, and then a race change.
Ooh. Okay, Tell me about the new character. Wait, which one's more exciting? Tell me about the race change first.
Okay, well, so I don't remember if you... Well, I don't remember if you remember. That makes no sense. I know I probably told you about it once before, and you're like, oh, that's horrible. But I did have a Tauren named Turf who is running around with a magical crawdad named Surf, and it was my druid.
Yep.
Now I have a high mountain tauren named Turf, and I'm probably not going to run around with a crawdad anymore because I don't entirely like that pet too much. But
It
anyways,
ruins the whole name, though.
well,
Didn't you
whatever.
have the chance to change the name?
Yeah, but I didn't think that far ahead. I'm just like, ooh, let's see what we can make. So eventually, at some point, maybe I'll do a name change on him because I probably will. But anyways, so I am happy to report that I will never get the druid quote unquote racial or class mount or whatever because when a high mountain tauren turns into its flight form, it's a bald eagle with moose antlers.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty dang awesome, is what that is. So yeah, eventually I might actually level up a tauren at some point to something just to hey, maybe if we ever actually do go through that whole, um, you know, level through zones thing, I'll do a high mountain tauren instead of just a regular tauren.
Yeah.
Because getting the racial stuff is cool, but on a tauren I don't really care too much because it's the druid. It's going to be changing forms all the time, so it's fine. But I gotta say, I am really pleased and happy about my high mountain tauren. It's pretty awesome. Although it did take me a little while to actually get them, not because of the quest, but because I tried to actually, pre-order the expansion during the hey, there's a whole bunch of bad stuff happening time. So I had like this hold on my credit card for a while, except it wasn't showing up in my WoW account.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I
And
think
then after like 24 hours went by, all of a sudden my credit card's like, oh no, we didn't actually charge you. It's cool. So then I bought it again and everything worked.
I purchased the expansion like 20 times
I
before I was
tried
like,
20 times.
"Oh, this is all going on the credit card. I should
Ooh, I have this now.
I should stop. I should stop this right now."
Yeah, good idea.
I figured if it went through, I'd get an email. So I was checking my email, but
hmm
I wasn't like, let me check my bank statements. It just didn't look like it was going through. But it was all fine. They took care of it. I'm sure it caused more chaos for some than others, but
Yeah, I had a random notifications like, hey, I think that there's fraud going on because someone's been trying to buy this a whole bunch. I'm like, oh,
you keep buying World of Warcraft, and you just write back to him, if you knew me, you wouldn't know this was fraud. This is real.
yeah, pretty much. But no, anyways, so yeah, I have a high mountain tauren, which I'm pretty happy about. Did you make one?
I did.
Oh,
I have a high mountain Tauren druid who
oh,
is level 1.
20.
Who's level 20. There was
Yeah.
a long leveling process involved.
All of a sudden I
um,
was one and then boom, just there.
he looks super cool. Like I thought I wasn't gonna dig the high mountain Tauren as much as I ended up.
hmm
Like there's something about the face paint and the antlers and all of that. Like I knew I liked the look of high mountain Tauren. Like no doubt about it. But I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did because I
Oh,
made the guy and I was just like, oh my gosh, he looks so cool. He just looks awesome. Now he's gonna shape change into something and be stupid.
dude, wait till you get flight form. It's freaking cool.
So
It's seriously, it's a bald eagle and it's got like a feather. Well, of course it's got feathers, but it's got like ceremonial feather just kind of dangling off and everything like that. And then it's like, whoo, nice little antlers and stuff. Oh, it's just so cool.
so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where all my characters are gonna land. This is a difficult time for me because you know that I have a tendency to re-roll and change and alter characters frequently. And now I'm not doing it under because the way it typically works is you get a new race at the beginning and that's it. Make your decision and go.
hmm
But I know there's more new races on the horizon and even more new races to come after that.
Yeah, the
So
more new races after that is pretty cool. I'm actually excited because all of a sudden we have all these different possibilities of things that might be coming to the game.
I have choice paralysis, really, is
I
what
know.
happens.
You
And
already have it without new races.
I know, it's so bad. And then they've already confirmed that they're reworking the Worgen and the Goblin models, and I'm like,
hmm
oh my gosh, that's so good. Um, like for me, for somebody who the cosmetic appearance of the character and the way the character looks, like I am in a state of just like bliss at the moment. Like this is the kind of stuff I dig. It's like creating characters, coming up with their stories. Who are they? What are they gonna do? How do they fit into what I've done before? And I'm kind of just in hog heaven about it. But I
Yeah.
also have choice paralysis as a result, because I'm like, man, right now I'm making a new rogue that's a Nightborn, but what if that cool fox race becomes an allied race?
That yeah, I'd be super happy about that. And then I'll be a fox riding on a fox because fox mount,
Foxy.
which is what my Nightborn rides around on because I have it. I'm like, you know, there are those times where it's like, hey, I have a mount, yay, and everyone uses it as opposed to just character based and stuff. Pretty much everybody's riding around on that stupid fox mount now because I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Well, anyways, so I've only unlocked 2 of the races so far. So I haven't done the alliance side yet, but I actually used my 110 boost on my alliance mage because I'm like, if I'm leveling another mage, I'm not going to level a third one through this content. So I just boosted her up
Yeah.
and logged in over there, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, here's all these really cool quests you can do at 110 now, and I'm like, I need to go to bed. So I did. So either tonight or tomorrow, I'm probably going to jump in and unlock the 2 alliance ones. But overall, I'm assuming you've unlocked all 4 of them, right?
No, I've unlocked 3 of the 4.
Okay.
I
What?
didn't.
Go ahead.
I didn't unlock Draenei because I don't feel like that's
You don't care.
unlocking anything. I have a Draenei. I think Draenei is one of the cooler alliance races, but it's like, how would you
Well,
like your Draenei in yellow?
well, and here's the thing: like the tattoos that they get are just pretty much covered up with armor, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I feel bad for them. They just
Yeah.
like, it's cool to have more cosmetic options, I guess, but I just don't feel like you're getting any bang for your buck with that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in a big rush to get the yellow Draenei. But
Well, I will say Alora for real is throwing something in the chat room that I keep seeing over Twitter, and that's Partos. I guess it's a character in the opening thing, and everybody is like going insane for this character. So I'm
right.
definitely going to be unlocking it soon.
I'll go see it and I'll pay attention to it, unlike with the
Mhm.
Void Elves where I did not pay attention to it at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just like, I was cooking food at the same time, so it was like I would just let Windrunner sister go running up and fight whatever was in the scenario, and I was like, all right, I gotta go do stuff in the kitchen, and just go cook, come back. All right, she mostly killed it. I'll run in there, finish it off. All right, next thing. I was not into. I don't know. I'm not into Alliance stuff. It's hard for me to be into Alliance stuff. But technically, storyline wise, I do believe that my main character, Eos, who I've played all this time, as it currently stands, I think she's officially on the Alliance now. Now, that does not mean that I'm officially on the Alliance as a main. There's a difference. The plan is that my new Nightborn will take over that role. But we'll see how it all goes, because that would also mean I would have to get that character to 110 before the next expansion.
Yeah, which I gotta say, I am making a decent a decent play for that because okay, so here's the thing. I really enjoyed from the 2 scenarios that I played. I actually really enjoyed them. I thought that well, okay, I really like the Nightborn one. I think it really details why they're joining the Horde, why they fit, and that totally works for me. The High Mountain ones, okay, it kind of works.
Yeah, Torn Bros, Cow Bros.
Yeah, pretty much, Cabro. But I mean, of course, it's kind of gonna go that way. Whatever. But see, here's the thing, and I'm gonna kind of take us away. We'll come back to it, but going through, and we've talked about it before, how I don't feel like my mage could, actually go into the Battle of Azeroth and actually really feel like she's there canonically. There's no way that after being the head of the order and bringing everybody together to fight all these evils and have been, somewhat a part of all these huge world-ending fights, this entire time that I've been playing her, that she'd go back to something as what she would see as petty as Horde versus Alliance.
Right.
Now that I have the Nightborn and going through that intro and then just being like, okay, cool. Well, now I'm actually part of something in this world and everything, and I'm with these new allies and all that stuff. It really feels like, okay, I can get in there and actually feel like I'm part of this expansion now on this character. And that's why one of the reasons why I'm switching to that mage. And I ended up going to Stone Talon Mountains because I've never played the quest line there. And
and interacting with Garrosh, somebody who
Yeah,
has
which
no
is really
idea what a
weird.
Nightborn elf is.
Oh, but he called me a Nightborn, which is great. Threatened to kill me, of course.
He's very good. It turns out he maybe should have stayed the war chief. He's on top of it.
It's like, oh, I know what you are. I'm calling you Nightborn. No, but the thing is like going through that story and like kind of seeing what happens, and yeah, there's a lot that happens in that storyline that I'm like, I don't agree with this stuff. But then having Garrosh come in and be like, hey, that's wrong. It's honor above everything else. And I know it totally like changes story and conflicts and all this stuff, but being in that headspace of that character in that time really felt like, yeah, Horde, and like giving me that kind of like a little bit of Horde pride in that. Not like the horrible stuff that you're doing, but having it all kind of turn around at the end with the quote unquote leader of the time getting that taken care of. Like it felt like it actually worked, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see a new character really offering kind of a restart. I mean, when I look at my main character, there is the history of like, we talk about it all the time, this feeling of like, guys, how many times do we have to realize that working together is the right cause before we learn working together is the right cause? But if you bring in a new character, they haven't had to learn that lesson yet.
Yeah.
So you can make that excuse and you can say, well, this character doesn't know that. This character doesn't know that Horde and Alliance constantly have to work together and that's the best way. And that's kind of why I've shifted my main character. I will say that looking at the daunting task of completely re-rolling that character, like not doing it as a race change, that's pretty big. I may not do it. I don't know. Like, that seems like a lot. I don't know if I'm going to do it. The other option is I do a race change on the main, then real quick make sure I secure the name on an alt, then independently level up a different Nightborn so I can get the heritage armor, which I don't even really want. I don't know why that's important. That's not
because
high on
it's
the
transmog, John. That's
it
why.
is transmog, but it's ugly transmog. I don't like the way Nightborn armor looks.
See, I don't even know, like I haven't looked to see what they look like.
They look like bedrobes.
Oh, well, I'm playing a mage, so that works.
Yeah, I mean, it looks magey. It just doesn't look roguish.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well,
I guess
it's
I could
totally
go that
roguish.
route.
All I need to do is be like, drop on the ground and a sleeping bag.
I'm a curtain.
It works.
But yeah, I'll figure it out. The idea for my story was that my character, there was a bunch of stuff with the Void. They're now in hiding on the Alliance. They're pretending to not be who they are, and obviously because of what happens in the Nightborn intro, they're not allowed to hang out with Blood Elves anymore. So
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, that's the story I'm telling myself anyway. Right
so
now,
is your Alliance character going to be called not Eos because you're in hiding?
No, character was gonna just be called Eos, except Dillweeds friggin' took the name, and then every other name I particularly wanted, so I took a different one.
Well, that's what happens when we become popular. My names are just easy and right there.
Revendon is taken. That name's available everywhere.
I know. And it's not me who took it. I confirmed.
So
sure.
It's fine.
I do have to give a shout out to Draven Dresden though. Did you see his Nightborn's name?
No, what is it?
An Illusion.
An illusion? What are you hiding?
Like I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, that's amazing. And then I saw that it was him, and I'm like, that's even more amazing. I know that
It's
guy.
pretty good. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
And then all of a sudden, I'm just playing on my Nightborn yesterday, or unlocking the High Mountain Torrent or something. And all of a sudden, in like the AI LFO chat pops up, hey, is anyone able to give an invite? And it's Anti Illusion. I'm like, yes. I'm like, I know you. I was really
know who
happy.
you are. But yeah, I boosted my Worgen warrior, my Wor-War.
Ooh. Do not ever call it that again.
No, that's what they are, War-Wars.
They're called War Wars?
Yeah, Worgen warrior.
Oh, that's the name of this episode.
War.
The
Uh,
War War.
and I boosted it, and I don't know why I picked it. I was like, maybe I should think about this. It's a free character boost, and they're expensive. I should give it thought. Nope, let's just boost this guy, and I'll get it done. So,
Okay. Well, even with the sniffing and the all that stuff, you're just like, oh, I'm just doing this.
I don't know. It's a dude. He doesn't sniff that much. He's fine.
Or you just get the add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I'm curious to see how Worgen look after their model update. That's exciting. That's super exciting to me. Worgen is one of my favorite races in this game. I just think that Lady Worgen look incredibly dumb. Sorry to all the female Worgen out there. You do. I'm sorry. And the male ones look cooler, but I don't know. They definitely need an update.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be really happy when that happens. And it's also going to let me decide if I want to keep my priest as a goblin or not. Because, like, the concept of it is kind of funny to me because I figure she's a corrupt priest.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I can really do that in WoW. And it's kind of, I don't know. It's all about headcanon, John. And if you don't have the right match for the class that you're running and the kind of character that you're looking for, sometimes you just have to completely delete it, start over, or like look at 100 different options.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, you have the option to do that, which is good.
I like chat rooms now all coming up with the solutions to the female Worgen face problem. The answer, you're all right, because it's everything. They need to change everything about it. We're seeing people say they need to get rid of the permanent snarl, and they need to get rid of the eyes, and they need to make them look less like foxes. They need to do all of this.
Yeah.
100%.
They need him to look like Worgen, but female.
Yeah, and the
much.
glowy eyes. The dudes get cool glowy eyes. The ladies just look like they look like they saw something shocking all the time.
What's going on?
And then they're going to snarl about it for forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's like they're just scared of loud noise or something. Like they heard thunder for the first time and they're scared of it.
They look like they saw the internet reaction to the original cool Lady Worgen model, and that was their reaction. And then they got put in the game.
Yeah, there you go. That works. Yeah. So anyways, just really quick, I got to ask, what color, like war paint does your High Mountain Torn have?
Blue.
Me too. Let's be friends.
I like that was your pressing question. You're like, oh, I gotta know.
I was just curious. I was really curious. But yeah, so I'm excited about that stuff. And I mean, so I have alts that are at 100 or 101 or 2 or whatever, and I haven't even really worked on, trying to get them to 110. I'm totally focused on new mage. So it's that noon mage feel.
The noon mage? Did you say a noon mage?
No, new mage.
Oh, okay. A noon mage sounds like a cool thing, though.
Their element that they use is sunlight.
Yeah.
They don't run around at night, which is really weird because it's a Nightborn.
Yeah, they're just like, sorry, I can't do anything.
The sun's not out.
They're reverse Batman. They're like, still night. I want to be a hero, but I can't right now.
So when are you most powerful? Around noon.
Noon.
Yeah. Is that why you're the noon mage? No.
No, noon mages are actually good all the time. I'm just only good at noon.
I want to make a character named Noon Mage for some reason.
Very ironic. It's taken.
He sleeps in a lot.
I'm sorry, it's taken.
That works.
It's all gone. Any name you want is gone.
I got the random one that I came up with.
What one?
From a mage.
What was
Her
the
name
name?
her name is Alara.
Alara?
Yeah. I bet she has gone everywhere else though.
Alara Windrunner?
No, not a. Oh crap!
It's
No,
not.
it's totally different. It's Ellaira,
Uh-huh.
not Illyria or whatever. Ah, crap! Damn it!
Sorry, Ben.
I'm gonna have
I
to come
hope
up with
you
a name
I hope
change
you
now.
didn't
Darn.
level that much. Just
Yeah, I
start
guess.
it over. Just delete it and start again.
Well, I like it. It sounds cool, but damn it, I wish I didn't tell you the name. That's gonna be bugging me for like.
You should always check with me. You need to put it through the kid test.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just
Yeah.
like naming a child.
John will mock it relentlessly no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh, Now I'm not gonna tell you the name I came up with for my. It's my Void Elf. I don't care if it's bad. I couldn't get the names I wanted anyway, and I'm probably not gonna play the stupid thing, so it doesn't matter. The name I finally got was Revidia, like the video card.
I was gonna say Ravidia sounds like some sort
She
of 80s video store.
she's rare and can farm Bitcoin really well.
And the thing is a whole bunch of people buy a whole ton of her, and then they farm it really, really well.
Mhm. That's no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Anyways, so that's something that happened this week.
Yeah, this big. Like to me, this was what I wanted from that the most recent patch that came out, because I think I was on Rolling Restart talking to Ro, and I was like, yeah, this sounds cool, all this leveling stuff. I wish there was something I wanted to level right now. And
Yeah, it's funny because that's totally what I felt like when everybody was super excited about the patch and everything. It's like, oh yeah, the Allied race is going to be in, woo! And I'm just like, they never said that.
yeah,
Like I thought that we weren't getting them until the actual expansion completely dropped.
I thought it might come early. I was pleasantly surprised it was this early. I thought it was going to be like I guess I thought it was going to be a
Like the
pre-order
8.0
thing,
patch.
but I just didn't think we'd be pre-ordering yet.
Yeah,
So,
that
uh,
makes sense. Or like the unlock was ready, but then you couldn't actually create the character until the 8.0 hit or something like that.
right, something like that. So
Mhm.
this is cool. I mean, it made me excited for the last patch, which I wasn't excited for, and it just it put me in a place where I was like, hey, I want to play some WoW again, which is always
Yeah,
good.
and I'll tell you, it's really weird when I'm out leveling, looking at the map, and I'm like, okay, where can I go next? And all the zones are like something to 60, something to 60, something to 60. I'm like, I can go anywhere in old world. This is amazing.
Yeah,
Like there are certain ones where it's like, okay, you really shouldn't get here till you're like 40,
yeah.
and I'm like, that's cool. But I mean, I got through all of Stone Talon, which I've never done before. I mean, granted, it felt like that zone went really fast. So I don't know if I don't know, I just went through it super fast, or if it just was easy or not. But
I forgot to equip heirlooms.
oh, I did.
I
Or no,
was
I didn't forget. I totally did.
I was playing and I was like, yeah, this is going, and then I was like, oh shit, heirlooms. Like 2 days into leveling the character, I was like, oh right, there's a way to do this quickly.
Or quicker at least.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, just really quick, based on the two scenarios or quest lines or whatever that I've done, do you think there are going to be people who haven't done it, of course, so I don't want to actually spoil like the actual contents of it and stuff.
Sure.
But based on some of the stuff that you're fighting in those scenarios and stuff, do you think that that's kind of alluding to what the actual, like, oh, I don't know, overall arcing story or theme of Battle for Azeroth is going to be?
It could be. There is a part of me that thinks that. So here's an interesting thought I've been kind of considering. They have said that they genuinely want this to be Horde versus Alliance focused as far as the story goes. And there's a part of me that thinks it will be that for, let's say, 75% of the expansion, maybe more.
Yeah.
and that maybe our final boss and our final focus is less a conclusion to this story and more of an introduction to the next story.
So kind of like how they Pandaria Draenord it. Well, Pandaria Draenord Legion did.
Yeah, sorta. Because I think when you look at Pandaria, you see all this setup for Legion stuff. Like throughout the entire thing, they're teasing Legion and teasing it and teasing it. And then there's an entire expansion that has nothing to do with it in between. And I have a feeling that they've been teasing old gods and they've been just teasing and teasing and teasing. And I think this is the expansion in between. So I would expect this to probably stay the path of Horde versus Alliance, and then maybe we get into Old Gods next, and dedicate a whole expansion to them. I'd be really curious. Like, to me, Old Gods you could do some crazy things with.
Oh yeah.
And I would be very, very curious to see where they go with that if they decide to lean into it.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm along that line. And, giving an entire expansion on it, I think would really do it a lot more justice than, gosh, having just the very end be like, oh, and all of a sudden, poof.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like how Pandaria had a really good build of, okay, we've got the story, we've got this thing going on that's kind of Horde versus Alliance, but then, oh, we're learning so much about this culture and everything like that. Then it kind of slowly turned into Garrosh slowly amassing more power, getting more, like power hungry and stuff like that. And then finally just, being the end boss of the whole thing. It was a good slow build over the course of the expansion. Whereas this doesn't seem like, or Battle for Azeroth doesn't seem like that would really work well to have, some sort of common enemy at the end, because it really does feel like the expansion should just be the whole war, and then with there being a finale to it.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
hope so. I'm ready for it. I mean, we've already talked about it. Like, I'm ready for them to put the war to bed.
Mm-hmm.
I know that immediately rubs some people so wrong. They're like, it's called Warcraft. But okay, we can go to war with other things and it can still be Warcraft. But I'm very curious to see where they ultimately go with it, because how do you do a final raid when your focus is two factions against each other? Like, they kind of tried it with Pandaria, and the end result was, well, there's kind of a third faction now, and they're the bad guy faction.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious what they do with this. So let me ask you this, because we've kind of been talking a lot about these races that are getting added and all of that.
Okay.
Are there any races that you have seen teased in the artwork or in WoW history in general that you're like, man, please let that be?
Well, the Volpera, obviously, we've already talked about that because they're so cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me for this, but I love the Grummels.
Oh,
but
shit.
I
shouldn't have asked this question.
Hold on. I honestly don't think they would ever be a playable race. They don't. There's no way that they'd get into like an adventuring mood or something like that and like go out and explore the world and stuff. I freaking love that race, but as much as I love it, it's not going to happen. Just like I love the Oracles a ton, but there's no way that that'll happen.
Yeah.
And I would love it if Murlocs were able to be, a playable race. But again, I don't think that's ever going to happen either.
I think when Murlocs get done, it's not an allied race.
Well, yeah, there's no way that they can make it an allied race. But I just kind of coming along the lines of, just more races that we've done stuff with. If they bring in like the Hosen and the Jinyu, whatever they were.
Yeah, the Ginyu Force. They show up.
Yeah, I always think it's the Ginyu Force because of the Ginyu Force. Yeah. But like, I can totally see them joining, and I don't want them in it at all, just because I don't like either of those races very much. But
you don't look forward to the day where there's a bunch of monkeys just running around Orgrimmar saying ookum dookum?
No, because the /silly on all that is, I could not handle that. I would need the mute Hosen mod that someone will make so that you will never hear them talk.
Just go into the chat. I will mute any hosen who speaks to
me. Yeah, that is exactly what I will do. That is exactly what I'll do. But so let's see. You know, I would actually really like the Tonka to be part of it. Although again, that's just more Tauren essentially. Mm-hmm. But I thought that they were really cool.
But at this point, I mean, obviously it is work. Like they said themselves in their
there's
Q&A,
so much work that went into
it. They're like, we put thousands and thousands of hours into this. So I don't mean to make it sound like it's nothing, but like, you know, stick some horns on the Tauren.
Well, the males had like bison faces, didn't they?
Yeah, that's true. They had different faces.
Yeah, the females looked the exact same, but let's see what else. Like I'm trying to think of all the different you know, races that we've actually worked with in some form. Like the ethereals would be cool, but yeah. I mean, we've talked about that to death about how great it would be to be an ethereal.
I mean, I did it as a joke tweet this week. Because during the Q&A, they mentioned that only any race with 2 legs was considered. And then I did a picture of Lunara frowning.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
But as jokey as that was initially meant to be, like, I'm genuinely a little bit sad. I would love to see, dryads, centaurs,
not
Naga.
Reverse centaurs.
I mean, I would want them to get rid of the, like, constant flies they feel the need to animate around them for some reason.
Yeah, what's up with that?
But other than that, like, that's all right.
Yeah. I got to say from the chat room, Tuskar, I love the Tuskar.
Oh, yeah, Tuskar could be cool.
And, you know, I love when it's that the day to drink the potion in the Dalaran sewers when you're the Tuskar and you get to run around. Hey, I'm Tuskar. You don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I do. I did that.
Okay. Sorry, all of a sudden you're very quiet. I'm like, oh, there's no enthusiasm for this at all.
The thing, so when I was thinking about them adding the Nightborn, I thought that they might add, like, the kind of thin, withered-looking Nightborn and the healthier, normal-looking ones. And I thought it would be cool to have both as an option. Because I think that, like, creepy, thin-looking ones, actually, I like that really appeals to me.
Wouldn't it be cool if they did do that and they actually had different racials?
Yeah, I want that, actually. Like, I know it doesn't make sense lore-wise, because as soon as we feed them the stupid fruit, they're like, pop, they just, like, like, they just expand. But I think it would be cool if, like...
Well, one of them's on a low-sugar diet. It can't eat the fruit.
Sorry, guys.
Just y'all got some ancient mana?
I just think it would be really I like that look. I think it looks creepy and cool, and you know, that's why I play the undead sometimes, and like there's just something creepy about it that I really like.
Yeah.
That I kind of wish was in the game. Instead I got the poofed out ones.
Well, okay, so it's not exactly an allied race, but I still think that there should be undead versions of all the different races for the undead.
Yeah.
Like, just hands down, that should be that's just the next thing they should do.
They get all the races. That's the cool part about being the undead. Yeah, except Worgen.
Yeah, because the whole you can't be an undead if you're a Worgen thing, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not making that up, am I?
And just to keep it balanced, also not goblins. Turns out goblins can't be brought back to life. We don't know why. It just can't happen.
You didn't pay them enough to come back.
They just...
Like, come on. Come back to life. I've got 10 gold for you.
No.
Okay.
Turns out every time you raise a goblin from undeath, they just go, ah! And they scream and run off into the ocean.
And if they're miles from an ocean, they just keep running.
Yeah.
That's all. What about you? What are some of the races you'd want to see?
So ones I haven't named yet. Vicryl would be really good. Although they would have trouble getting indoors. Like,
oh my gosh.
That's always the logistics.
Be like a bending
thing.
Animation.
I mean, they would get, it would be so dumb. They shouldn't do it, but like they shrink when they're not in combat.
Yeah, they rage, and all of a sudden they just get bigger,
They're
right?
just "Argh!" They get really big and they get to normal size, and then when you're out of combat, you can back down to like able to fit through doors.
They just go, oh.
Yeah. Actually, chat room, it's funny they're mentioning it because I was thinking this as well. Like, we've defeated the Legion. They're kind of on the outs. I think it would be kind of neat if maybe some of those demons were like, hey, you guys want to team up? Our club doesn't exist anymore.
Sorry, this is the no Dreadlords Club. But Gary's over there. Yes, Dreadlords. We have one. Well, I mean, there is that one holy one that hangs out on the spaceship. And,
yeah.
In the Paladin Order Hall.
Dreadlords would be cool. The Felguards would be cool. Imps, little playable imps would be.
Oh, that would be great. But they can only be fire mages.
Oh man, that's rough. That's a rough restriction, especially because I really want to see a tiny little imp decked out in armor with a shield and a sword, tanking for the team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you've sold me. You totally sold me. I want to see in like little like imp rogues. Can you imagine if there's like a group of 5 imp rogues just like jumping and attacking on something? Like, how great would it be if one of your attacks was actually just like it's a backstab attack, but the animation for it is they jump onto the back and just
yeah,
just keep sticking them over and over again.
Yeah, it turns out I don't much care for gnomes, but it turns out if you go way smaller than gnomes, I'm like back on board with it. I'm like, yeah, it's great.
It's like for you, okay, if you want to be in Warcraft, you need to be either this tall or over this tall.
Yeah. The Valkyr would be cool, although maybe that's just the female option of Vicryl. Oh no, we've seen Lady Vicryls.
Yeah.
Valkyr would be cool.
That would be interesting, though.
Your flying mount is you.
Well, what classes could they even be?
Paladin.
Okay.
Cleric.
You mean priest?
I've been playing a little D&D.
What? Warrior.
Warrior.
That's about it.
Hunter.
No.
Yeah, they shoot sweet guns.
Yeah, but I can't see them with any sort of pet.
They charm them. They bring them back to life, and they're now a holy resurrected pet.
I don't know. A holy resurrected pet sounds kind of cool. Like, you have to kill you never tame them. You just kill them and then bring them back. And then it changes the actual model of it, and it's all holy and stuff.
Yeah, and they've already had dark versions of them. They could totally do rogue. They could do mage.
Okay.
They could do all, like, it could be all the races. They could even be Death Knights. It would even make sense to have a Death Knight.
Gosh, that'd be really interesting. Okay, you were brought back by your own kind to serve the Lich King.
Yep.
Okay.
Which they were already serving anyway. So it makes sense canonically.
So they're just double serving.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That works. What about any of the bugs?
No, I don't like bugs.
Yeah, me neither. I'm glad you said no.
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 They're there to be fodder and be in the dungeons I don't like.
Yeah. Let's see. What other races are there? What about like the iron dwarves or the mechanical gnomes and stuff like that?
The dark iron dwarves we're already getting.
No. The like stone ones.
Not the dark iron. Like the actual, like the rock ones from like Old War.
Yeah.
We got enough dwarves. I would take wild hammer dwarves before any of the others.
Oh yeah, they should totally be a thing. I mean, look, the dwarves are governed by the Council of 3, and you can play 2 of the races.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
What about those cool lion people? They don't have 2 legs, but once again, I'm like,
hold on. That's what we do. Is like okay, so one side gets the dryads, the other gets them. I can't remember the name, so we're just gonna call them.
The lion folk.
Yeah. Lion folk.
Yeah, they'd be good.
The Ramkahen. Thank you, Alessander. I might have brutally said that wrong.
You probably did.
We're going with it, though.
I just call them lion folk.
Lion folk.
If I'm not a lion, I'm dying. That's what they would say right as they died every time.
What about ogres?
No.
No?
Ogres have been rumored for so long, and I hate the idea of ogres.
Well, I do too, but like I can see them being added.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, they make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is the most logical choice. I just have a personal dislike for ogres. So I have no interest in it, but I wouldn't be like, you're ruining the lore. Like, they already technically are part of the Horde. They're around. We just never see them really. So.
Yeah. What about?
Okay.
And go with me on this.
Okay.
This is going to sound crazy.
Right.
Dragons.
Jeez.
But they're in, like human or elf or gnome or whatever form.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you do like your racial abilities, you transform into the dragon for a little bit. But for, some reason, which I have obviously not thought of at all.
So they're like Alexstrasza in Heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
Turns out you can get all these races in Heroes of the Storm.
What if I was an angel who's actually a mech?
You can do that.
What about a Pandaren?
You can do that twice.
There's a couple.
Yep. You got a pair.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing Arakoa as being thrown out in the chat. I like the ones that are the actual birds.
Okay, the ones from Draenor that can fly.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'd go with those. Those actually seem like, they can do battle as opposed to hunched over Skeksis.
Like, I know we're supposed to feel bad for the ones that are all effed up, but they're not cool, and so I don't feel bad for them, and I want the cool ones that can fly.
Okay, so what would be actually really funny? If the Draenei orcs joined the Alliance, and then the Draenei, or the Draenor, whatever, they joined the Horde, then we get our own versions.
Oh, dude, can you imagine if Yrel joined the Horde? She finally comes back and she's on the Horde side. There would just be riots. You would just see fire in the streets, and you'd be like, what are people upset about now? And it'd be like, Yrel joined the Horde. That's what that fire's about.
Can you imagine that she shows up and she's like, that's what's going on over here? Okay. Where'd that Thrall guy go? He seemed like he knew what was going on.
Yeah, he's around. He's just sad.
Is he still sad?
He's still sad.
Last I saw, I took his hammer from him.
And you were not responsible with it.
No, I was responsible with it so far. Mostly.
I have a bad feeling about this. That's what I want. I want the scene in the next expansion where all the shaman have to be like, so about your hammer. Funny story.
I made it really powerful.
I made it way better. but now it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, remember how you used to do stuff with it? Not so much.
Sorry. I always thought that would be a good way for them to get rid of the artifact weapon for Shaman, is he just asks for it back.
Look, I've communed with the elementals for a while. They like me again. Can I have my hammer?
No.
Please.
Okay.
Okay.
It'd be the biggest push for like player choice in WoW ever. Like, why can't I tell Thrall no to giving him his hammer back?
Hey, no, you choose no, and then you just get an emote of Thrall gives you puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, it turns into one of those Nintendo game choices where it just repeats over and over again. Thrall looks sad. Will you give him the hammer anyway? Yes, no. And if you hit no, Thrall looks sad. Will you give him the hammer anyway? Yes, no, no. Thrall looks sad. Will you give him the hammer anyway? Yes.
No.
Look, Tarogar!
He raises it high, a piece of it falls off. What? What happened? about that.
It could turn into 2 hammers when I used it.
Technically, no. Although I gotta say, the skin that I have this really awesome lightning offhand axe. It's like it's just made of lightning. I don't want to give that up. Like, I know people don't want to get rid of their artifact skins and everything, and because I mean with that I'm probably going to be transmogging it for forever. But that offhand is so cool looking. Like I want that.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be able to or not.
Who knows? It's the Wild West
Yeah.
when it comes to artifact weapons. Some of us really don't want to let them go.
Yeah.
Others are very excited about the prospect.
I might not finish the whole process on my max level mage.
I haven't done anything with the new stuff. I haven't even gone and seen the giant sword yet.
It's an interesting sight. I've done the quest there, and it is not really fleshed out.
Great.
Kind of show up,
now
do some things, and then
now I know why they put it in Silithus.
Oh yeah, don't go to Silithus if you want to be spoiled. Actually, I don't think it's there unless you actually finish the whole quest line, or finish the raid.
Oh yeah, well I haven't done that either, so
I did it on LFR just so I could do the questing stuff to see it. It's okay.
Okay.
I mean, standing right next to the thing and looking up though, that's pretty interesting.
I don't know why I looked up in real life just now, like I could see it. I was like, whoa, look at it.
It's okay, I kind of did too, and I don't know why. Did you see me do it?
It's a very big sword. It's impressive. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be fine. I think.
So, okay, do you read Dark Legacy comics?
No.
Okay, it's a comic that's essentially about World of Warcraft. It's been going on for a super long time. Right now, they have 2 gnome characters who are kind of looking at the giant sword like, man, I wish I could equip that. Like, oh yeah, all I have to do is actually go up there and grab it, because you know how if a boss drops a gigantic weapon, it shrinks to your size. So he just grabs it. And the whole world shrinks with it.
It makes sense. Like there is a logic to it. It's like the Castlevania games when you get Excalibur in those games. It's not a sword, it's a mace because the stone is still attached to it. Because you're not the king, so you just have this giant sword that is stuck into a massive rock, and you just beat people with the rock.
Nice. That's absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm. It is. I saw it the first time I played through whichever one it was where that got introduced, and I was just like, this is the most hilarious, amazing item in a game I've ever seen.
I'm pretty stoked about that. I gotta try that out.
Because usually Excalibur equates to, oh, really awesome sword.
Yeah, unless it's Final Fantasy, then you can get Excalibur, and it's a really crappy piece of weaponry.
What? Really? What Final Fantasy?
It's been in a few of them. I think mostly before 7.
And it's called Excalibur?
Yeah.
Great.
It's great. It's absolutely great. Like, I think it does 1 damage.
That's a poor quality sword.
Yeah, I think you can totally upgrade it to become Excalibur though. I don't know. It's been forever since I've really tried to play one of those. So
I am going to probably buy a Final Fantasy game tonight.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
I am going to get the one that I'm pulling up now so I can see its name.
15?
Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age.
Oh.
Because I played that back, it was a very, very late gen PS2 game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most opposed and uninterested in a Final Fantasy I've ever been. Like every time they named a decision about it, I was like, that sounds stupid. That sounds stupid. That sounds dumb. And I ended up really kind of liking it when I played it.
Well, yeah, that's because it's the Final Fantasy that's unlike all the others, where you walk down a hallway and kill stuff.
Wait a minute, what?
That's the entire game, isn't it? You just kind of go through a hallway?
No.
Oh. Or was that 13? That was 13.
That might have been 13.
Where it took, what was it, something like 20 hours before it got interesting for people?
Oh, yeah, that's 13.
Okay.
12 is the one, and you should try it because I'm not kidding you. It is Star Wars. There is a kind of rural hero type character.
Mm-hmm.
There is a roguish character with a somewhat animalistic companion. There is a princess. There is a wise old man. There is a bounty hunter hunting the roguish guy.
What?
It is the Final Fantasy that is Star Wars.
Okay.
And
That's fantastic.
although, like, it doesn't really look like Star Wars. Although the bounty hunter is a lizard guy, and he's green with red around his face and a big black line in the middle. So he does he does look like Boba Fett, but everybody else looks very, very different.
Huh.
Especially because the Chewbacca equivalent is a sexy bunny girl.
Oh, okay.
That
is slightly different.
There is a slight diversion there.
Yeah. We'll just call that anime.
Yeah.
So anyways, World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Actually, to tie it, to do an actual transition, the only thing that has prevented me from buying it so far is like, yeah, but I've been playing a lot of WoW. I don't know if I need to get a new old Final Fantasy to play at the moment. But
yeah, that's kind of true, John.
Yeah,
kind of true. But I don't know. So I don't know. There's so much that's been added just to me canonically. Well, not canonically, but head canonically with the new races and stuff. And I'm really excited now.
Mm-hmm.
Like super excited. I've never leveled, or I never leveled. Obviously,
I've never leveled in WoW.
No, I haven't leveled like low level to high level since my monk, and it's been a really long time. Like the other leveling that I've done was before Legion with all those invasions.
Yeah.
So getting back in there, kind of doing some of this stuff, I'm really excited to be playing right now. And this has been an expansion that has the only like stopping point or like low period that there's been content for of some form for me anyway was when the Broken Isles dropped and it was week to week just do your chore.
Yeah.
Like all the other times there's been something going on. Most recently maybe a little bit of a downturn just because it's like kind of okay, well the raid's out, there wasn't a ton going on there, but I was still finding a whole bunch of different stuff to do. And now with a new character that I'm leveling up as well, I mean, this has probably been the expansion that has held the most meaningful attention that I've had. I mean, I've talked before about how I'd always log in, do dailies and stuff like that. And, you know, it was keeping me logging in and I was enjoying that. But this one, it's offered so much in the ways of retention that I don't think any other expansion has ever done before.
Yeah, I would agree. Like I certainly, it didn't hold me as long as it did you, but I would be crazy to not say that I would agree. I think this has been the best supported an expansion has ever been, and it's still probably in my top 3 expansions. You know, a lot of it is taking into account where I was and how I played at the time.
Yeah.
But for me, like, it's a real close 3-way split, maybe not tie. Wrath of the Lich King, Pandaria in this.
Yeah, same here. But anyways, so John, I think that's probably a show. What do you think?
Yeah, let's call that a show.
Yeah. I dub the show.
We got to go play our allied races.
Yeah, and I got to unlock other stuff too.
Yeah.
And I just realized that I have not gone through and done like all the sillies and flirts and all that stuff with both of them. So that's one of the things that I really enjoy doing, believe it or not, because I like to hear jokes.
Have not done that for any of the new races since ever. But somebody has to, and it should be you.
Yes, I'm going to. So John, until next time, where can people find you?
Hi, everybody. It's me. It's John. It's your friend from the show. I was on the show you just listened to. And if you want to hear more from me, follow me on Twitter at John_Jagger to find out what I'm up to. But this week, I'm going to once again spend my allotted time for plugging to plug There Will Be Dungeons, which is the D&D show I've been doing on Saturdays at twitch.tv/frogpants. But you can also find it therewillbedungeons.com for archives. Basically, it's me, Bo Schwartz, Scott Johnson, Kristen Ashton, and Kyle Ferguson. We're all playing Dungeons and Dragons in a Mad Max style universe. It is a lot of fun. We have done one episode and people seem to really, really like it. And that makes me very happy because it was a lot of fun to play and we were going to keep doing it anyway. So we're going to do that.
Cool.
Ben.
John.
I also do a show called Core.
Core!
Okay, there we go.
Whew,
I know you looked pent up, and I was like, Ben, where can people find you?
Best place to find me actually is on Twitter. I'm at Ben the Mage. Aside from this show, I do one with Elutra called Battle Pets, where we talk about battle pets in the World of Warcraft.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
I like to... Hey, that's a show and a topic that is the same thing.
I know. We named it well.
Great.
Even though it was named before I even joined it.
I know how that story went down. I narrated it.
I had so much fun with that episode. Anyways, other than that, I do like to stream stuff. I haven't this week because I got sick. So I didn't think that, just a camera on me while I was sleeping would actually be a good idea.
I don't know.
Because that's
creepy. Might be into that.
No. I would
might be.
I would not be. So anyways, make sure to check out twitch.tv/Ben Bumhofer. I'll usually tweet out when I am going to be streaming stuff, whether that's the final bit of Mass Effect 3 DLC or Ben versus Never or whatever else I'm doing. So
you seem to get a lot of votes for WoW when you ask.
I know. And the last time I did it, no one showed up. So
people were like, you better stream WoW. We're not going to come, but you better be streaming WoW.
I know. And that's when I got my Fox mount too. So it's like, I really got it. Posted a picture to prove it because no one was watching. But anyways, so head on over.
Ben, sometimes nobody watches. It's fine.
I know. I'm just giving people crap. Anyways, so yeah, head over there, find out what I'm doing. This show, though, Azeroth Roundtable, you can find us on Twitter because we're there.
Yep.
It's at AzerothRT. Even more than that, if you want to listen to every other episode aside from this one, well, you can actually listen to this one there as well. You can always find it on AzerothRoundtable.com as well as on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Alpha Geek Radio. I almost said Switch for some reason. I don't know why.
Just as good. Apparently, the show doesn't really work on Stitcher anyway, so you probably don't even try to listen to it there.
Well, that was only one person who was really saying that, unless you've heard more reports.
I've heard bad things about Stitcher. If you're listening to us on Stitcher, congratulations.
Yay, you got it to work. Yeah. Also, if you want to, give us a helping hand, go ahead and leave those.
What are you asking for exactly, Ben?
5-star reviews on
extra.
iTunes. 5-star reviews on iTunes. We like those. Which we have been getting some, and at some point I'll actually have iTunes open so I can read them out. So, yeah. But other than that, if you want to talk to us, go ahead and send us an email. Send that to AzerothRoundtable@gmail.com. And of course, join our Discord. You can find the link on AzerothRoundtable.com.
Well, hey, Ben, that sounds like a good deal. And as always, at the end of the show here, we like to thank our patrons for helping keep us doing what we're doing. You're darn heroes. You're the Red Knight of people. First off, a big thank you to returning patron, but they're showing up as new as a result, so I'm going to give them a shout out anyway. Haster, thank you for joining the Murloc Club, which a special thank you to everyone in the Murloc Club, Mimi H. and Alicia A., Gary W., Aaron, and Simon. Thank you so much. And now Ben's going to do a sound. That's how you know you're in the Murloc Club.
Yes.
It's a thing that we do.
That's it.
Whether you want to join the Murloc Club or just help support the show, patreon.com/AzerothRT is the place to do it. And as always, we appreciate your support. Thank y'all.
Thank you very much. I was kind of off guard.
Okay.
Wasn't planning on that.
Uh-huh. I could tell.
Yeah. But John, thank you for joining me this week. As always, it's a pleasure chatting with you. And see, we're at the part again where I start falling apart at the end of the show.
Chatting.
Yes, we've been chatting.
Let us all chat.
Yes. But with that, everybody, be good to each other. Say hi. Smile. We'll see you next time.
We were almost late starting because Ben had to chat.
Yeah. And that's a show. File save project as art show.
The show. We did the show.
Yay! Yay! Bim, you're not helping. Yay! Thanks, Draven. You totally got a shout out earlier too.
Yeah. Should have been here when we talked about you.
Yeah.
We talked about you.
Yeah, you don't know if it was good or bad.
You're going to have to go back and listen to the show.
Listen to the whole show.
This is how we keep ourselves in business, by making people go back and listen to the show a second time.
The whole show.
Who the hell is Tapartos? All right.
We haven't done the Lightforged Draenei thing yet.
I will go do the stupid Lightforged Draenei thing, because I need to know who the hell Tapartos is.
Yeah, you do. I don't know.
Yeah, so there.
Yeah, take that, John.
Maybe I think your face is stupid. Bear.
That's kind of... What? You're mean.
I showed him.
Bear! Just like that. The whole show. No, that's a different show. We don't do that one.
That's a show about holes.
Yes. There's a whole movie about that. Stars Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, right.
You know, holes.
Yeah, I got it.
Why, what were you thinking?
I don't know.
Okay.
You can't prove what I was thinking. None of your
I
business.
know. That's why I asked.
It doesn't matter what I was thinking.
Okay.
All right. Good. Then we're in agreement right now.
Yes, we are.
Who the hell is Tapardos? Oh my...
John, you know what you need to do?
What?
You need to unlock the Lightforged Draenei. That's how you'll know.
I'm sick of hearing about Tapardos. I already don't like Tapardos.
You know what I like?
It's like everybody quoting Napoleon Dynamite. It doesn't matter if it's good or not, I'm mad.
Already you're just over it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Also, well, no, I don't know about it. Like, Tapardos will save us all is like a gammon thing.
You know, gammon will save us all.
And maybe you shouldn't double down on the gammon.
That is always a lot of people's first mistake. Doubling down on the gammon?
Don't double down on the gammon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to say 3.
Hey, John.
I realized halfway through that sentence what that was a quote of.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Jenga.
I just want to say 3. I don't remember the context for that. I just remember the quote.
That was, if I recall,
I know
him telling his Robro that he was going to vote for him.
Oh, right. That was the code word.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Don't remember entirely, but something like that.
Yeah. It was some, like... He was supposed to subtly give a code word, and then he got up there and... I just want to say 3. I do miss getting to do Gary the Rosh Hellscream's voice from time to time.
3.
A 3.
3. Yeah.
Mr. Garrosh, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
I just want to say 3.
Then he throws the kid.
But takes the Tootsie Pop and bites it in one.
Yeah. One bite throws the kid. Gets struck by lightning.
Pineapple, what?
I actually found the picture of Gary the Rosh Hellscream, the Photoshop I did. It is the best Photoshop I've ever done.
Oh, dude.
I'm not
Where is,
good
do you have it
at
posted
it.
somewhere?
No, I can see if
Oh,
I
you
can
need to.
find it.
I got to see this.
You did see it back in
I
the
know.
day.
I need to see it now because I don't remember.
It's the one where he's got the Kaja-Cola in his hand. Hold on. Let me see.
To the extreme.
To the extreme.
Those were fun episodes to do. As long as we were able to help each other. The one episode where it's like you are alone in this, not as much fun.
I liked it. Liked it better alone.
Really?
Yeah, nobody was messing with my art.
That's right. You're not really a yes and, you're more of a heck no.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
I almost said yeah, and
That would have been fitting.
I'm looking for it. I found a bunch of really old pictures.
Of what?
From my phone.
From Buffone?
Right now, I'm looking at one that's a picture that just says nice cheese balls.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Those are
Hey,
I don't know.
Those are nice cheese balls.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad your cheese balls are nice, John.
Yeah, you know, I've worked hard to make it so.
Make it so.
I see a picture of a skull drawn on a bathroom wall that inspired a short story. That's exciting.
Did I ever hear that story?
Yeah, it was on Parallel Words.
Okay, I don't remember that one.
I think.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of stories, and some of them don't jump out like, a man-eating couch does.
Yeah, man-eating couch does tend to
Or like the creepy house is the monsters story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that was good.
Man, where's this friggin' garage thing?
It's okay. Send it later. Or tweet it out or something.
Oh, I bet it's under drawings.
I was looking in the documents folder.
Maybe.
Yep, that makes sense. Because you documented something that happened, right?
It might not be, though.
It's fine.
These seem to be actually drawings and not crude photoshops of...
Do you have a crude Photoshop folder?
Yes, I do. Let me check the crude Photoshop folder.
Oh, it's the first one. Amazing.
Actually, I think it might be in this folder. Oh, I found the picture for Ashes of Al.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Do
you still run that at all?
That's pretty old. Oh my gosh, I found the picture of the original female Worgen model.
Oh, wow.
And apparently that's saved somewhere on my computer. I found a picture of a...
Because you're just dreaming about it like, come on, make it good again.
Please, look what you had. Look what you had and you lost. I'm finding elements of the picture. There's the cola can that I used to put in his hand.
Oh my gosh.
We're getting very close. Oh, there he is. Gary the Rosh. Okay. I'm going to move this someplace where I can actually get to it. It's
surprisingly, if I do a search for Gary the Rosh Hellscream, it doesn't show up in Google image search.
Weird. It's also not nearly as good as I'm making it sound.
Well, I appreciate all the effort you've gone through to find it, though.
Really, the only part of it that's good is that it does legitimately look like he is holding a Kaja-Cola can.
Well, hey, you know what? That right there is a plus in my book.
I'm putting it up on the stream.
Okay. So I'll see it in a minute here.
Yeah.
I better enlarge that stream.
The glasses are pretty bad, but I remember thinking that they should be pretty bad.
Oh, hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's actually really darn good. The Rosh.
The Rosh.
Hey, you know what? That is probably the best Photoshop job I've seen you do.
Because I do so many.
I know. That's why. Not bad. Not bad.
The glasses aren't good, but he looks like he's holding that can.
They look perfect.
That can is being held by that man right there. That is a accurate Kaja-Cola hand.
I'm so proud of you, John.
Nailed it.
So proud. So proud. All right, cool.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
Okay, we'll get rid of that. All right, folks. That's going to be a show for us.
Yeah, we're going to go find out who Tapartos is.
Yeah, probably.
Just so that you can know. So knowing is half the battle.
It seems likely that this will be a thing that happens, but who really knows?
I do. Because that's what I plan on doing.
Oh, then yes, that's what we're going to do. Anyway.
Unless I just log in and play my mage some more, which I kind of want to as well.
Sure.
I got time to do both.
You can... Ben?
Yeah?
You can do whatever you want.
Wow. Because tomorrow I'm not going to be working overtime because I was sick. I'm going to be taking some time to kind of rest.
That's right, Ben.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. You all have a fantastic weekend. We will catch you next week. Oh, we should say next week will probably be a different time, and at some point we're going to do an episode that's about movies.
Yes. Next week's episode is either going to be Thursday or Saturday. We're not entirely sure what time, what day yet, but follow us on the tweeters and we'll let you know.
Yep. So look forward to that whenever it happens. And there's going to be a non-WoW show because vacations and stuff are happening. And we're going to give you something because it's either something or no show. So you're getting something, so don't complain about it.
Yeah, if you don't like it, you can skip it.
Yeah, don't be so ungrateful. Anyway.
I never said you were.
Have a good weekend.
It was John. Bye.